You broke the news of the ambush.
Yeah.
Right?
No, let me tell you something, right?
Yeah.
You know who broke that news?
Who?
It wasn't City Nash. It wasn't nobody on that side of the equation. Right? CEO Munchie B found out.
CEO Munchie, yeah.
Munchie B called me. It's simple when you look at it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on. Pooh Shiesty, when he was incarcerated, his cousin, Big Scar, passed away. The aftermath of Big Scar passing away with one, there being complications in terms of Gucci paying for the funeral, and I guess whether he thought he should or whether he thought that he was required to, that was the question.
I'm reporting from the block where the truth gets stretched. Journalism with an edge. Every story I fetch. Mic levels on crisp. Every quote get checked. Podcast booming, turn opinions into verified fact. Voice for the unheard. Pain that I narrate, turn a booth into a newsroom. Pressure I translate.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? This your boy BT Scoop back with BT Scoop TV, man. And today we got my guy Dawgface. Y'all seen by the title and the intro. Hey, man, he letting us in on a little bit of info, the real deal, what's really going on with Gucci Man and Pooh Shiesty. I know this a couple of, you know what I'm saying, probably a month or two old, man, but this right here, this dropped like a couple days ago, and I wanted to run this right here, get back to the peoples, let y'all know that we still got Dawgface in the rotation, man. But you know, my boy Dawgface, he gonna just speak the you know what I'm saying, the harsh truth of what's really going on, man. But y'all make sure y'all tap in, man, as we, you know what I'm saying, react to this clip right here. Shout out to Real Lyfe Street Starz for the clip, and shout out to Dawgface for the, you know what I'm saying, for the knowledge that we are about to receive today. But make sure y'all hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the hype button to get your boy into the algorithm, man. We're trying to get to 10K subscribers, man. Y'all help me out, bro. It don't cost nothing to hit that hype button. You get what I'm saying? Let's go.
I know that some of the biggest rappers in the history of the game, they've had ghostwriters. Some of the biggest rappers in the history of the game who are considered gangster rappers are not gangsters at all. Their whole gangster was created in the YouTube. Their whole gangster was created in the boardroom. So when it comes to YouTube, man,
whole gangster was created off of social media is what he trying to say.
And there's a lot of criticism that comes down the pipe about people commentating or giving their opinion about different situations because because in somebody else's mind, that person lacks the experience and they're not born of the streets, so they don't believe they have the right to speak on it. But that ain't how that shit go, bro. Yeah. You don't have to. I don't have to live in Rome to be able to talk about Rome. I ain't never been to the goddamn moon, but I know it's there.
Right.
So it just is what it is. As far as the criticism goes, in terms of what we should and shouldn't be talking about, hey, listen, man. My whole understanding and my whole comfort level with that has morphed over time. There used to be a time when I first started this shit where I said, hey, I'm gonna stay away from that because that's some street. And I don't want to get involved with that shit because I don't want to put myself in a situation where people are judging me for talking about something, especially if it's an open crime or something that hasn't been, a crime or something that has happened that hasn't been adjudicated. So if I talk about it, people are gonna try to say, oh, you talked about some shit that's unsolved or a case that's unresolved. So if you talked about it, then you are kind of like, in essence, dropping clues and helping the police solve crimes.
No, I ain't even gonna say that's the case, Dawgface. That's exactly what you saying is correct. But I feel like once you become a Charleston White, a Dawgface, where you know what I'm saying, I call it free mind, bro. They done let everything go to street life and things like that is out the window now, bro. They being grown. They just speaking on what's real and what's not. That's what I get out of it. You know, can't say I done necessarily crossed over to where Dawgface said he done crossed over to, because, you know, I ain't as, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got comfortable like that yet. But, you know, so it's getting to the point, though, like to where niggas really just don't care. Not telling on nothing, just speaking on, you know what I'm saying, current events. That's what's really taking place and keeping it all the way a band.
Hey, listen, man. I used to think like that up until the Pooh Shiesty situation. The Pooh Shiesty situation, it really helped bring things into focus for me because one of the things I said to myself is, you had Gucci Man and 3 other people, and you had Pooh Shiesty and his crew. It wasn't an open setting where you had, it wasn't open to the public. It was Gucci Man meeting Pooh Shiesty about what he was meeting Pooh Shiesty about. Gucci Man from Atlanta, Pooh Shiesty from Memphis. They were in Dallas. So the question then, it begs to be asked, how does anybody outside of their 2 camps know what the happened? How does anybody outside of Gucci Mane and the people he was with, and Pooh Shiesty and all them gangsta ass he was with, how did the general public find out about what happened?
Easy answer. Somebody out of one of them groups talking. That just sums it up.
How did they find out that it was possibly a robbery? How did they find out that somebody put the beaters down on Gucci Mane's ass? How do we know that when everybody involved with that situation comes from gangster backgrounds? We know about it because somebody out of their camps had to have leaked it.
Right.
So my thing is, when you look at Gucci Mane, do you think Gucci Mane would have leaked something and that something had anything to do with somebody putting their hands on him and then relieving him of his jury? You think he would have leaked that? No, because it wouldn't have been to his advantage. Pooh Shiesty in his camp. The camp really is Pooh Shiesty's camp. Pooh Shiesty on federal papers. So do you think that it was in Pooh Shiesty's best interest to leak anything about that, given his current legal situation? You would think it wouldn't be, but what we know for a fact is that if you know about it and I know about it and the world knows about it, somebody inside their camp who professes to be gangsters, they had to have leaked that information to somebody.
I'm gonna put it like this. At a Pooh Shiesty camp, to me, if it's anybody in Pooh Shiesty camp, I'm gonna give her, you know what I'm saying, my predicament of who it could be. Not by names, but this is what I would say. It's somebody in the camp that is chasing clout, you know what I'm saying, really felt good about that situation. If it's anybody out of Gucci Mane's camp, it's gonna be somebody who's secretly under our Gucci Mane, really don't F with Gucci Mane like that, but it's not trying to let Gucci Mane know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? What they did it. Not what's really going on, but not trying to let Gucci Mane know that they did it. But it's somebody, if it's out of Gucci Mane camp, it's somebody who don't like him. And if it's out of Pooh Shiesty camp, it's somebody who chasing clout on Pooh Shiesty's side, who ain't getting no attention that they feel like they should be getting. But let's keep it going.
So once that shit hits the public domain, as a YouTuber, as a podcaster, as a commentator, as a prognosticator, as an analyzer of what transpires in the world of entertainment, we have the right to talk about it once that shit hit the wire. If it hits the wire, we have the right to talk about it. If you're a rapper and you rapping about drilling and killing a motherfucker, and then a YouTuber or a podcaster or a
once it go up, it's stuck. It's debatable for everybody.
commentator comes back and talk about it, you can't call him no rat for talking about that you put out there. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. If you're a criminal and you live in the criminal lifestyle, then in my opinion, you should shut your ass up and stop talking about things that you know.
Shouldn't even be on the internet.
Or that you should know could put you in a perilous situation.
Now I want to talk about this Pooh Shiesty thing, right? Because and now that it's out there, we can talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
The streets always knows way before everybody else does.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to analyze that situation, right? And I want you to tell me, you always break things down from the street perspective and the new Dogface logical perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Break that down for me. Break the Pooh Shiesty situation down.
The Pooh Shiesty situation is simple. It's almost the most, listen, as complex as it appears based on the two people, primary people who were involved with Pooh and Gucci, it's simple when you look at it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on. Pooh Shiesty, when he was incarcerated, his cousin, Big Scar, passed away. The aftermath of Big Scar passing away, with one, there being complications in terms of Gucci paying for the funeral, and I guess whether he thought he should or whether he thought that he was required to, that was the question. And then you had the situation about the chains and him wanting the chains back. And when I sit and I thought about it, and I asked myself, why would he give a fuck about getting those chains back? Because more likely than not, he didn't even pay for them. Gucci Mane is the kind of, he's on a level to where if he has an artist, if he signs an artist, I'm almost certain that he's not paying for him. He can go to any jeweler in the world, and the jeweler would make those pieces. They were not complicated pieces. Those were not $100,000 chains.
Cars and everything, if you would put that in perspective.
Respectfully, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that he wasn't. I'm sure that he didn't pay anything for him. Does Gucci Mane have to pay for a chain to present to an artist? I would think that advertising alone and the acknowledgement alone will be worth more to a jeweler than him actually giving them some money. You feel what I'm
Couple of shout outs every time you get on camera. That right there, do it.
saying? So when it comes to that, the way Gucci Mane and his wife Keisha handled the whole 10-7. See, Gucci Mane has been on a crash out mission when it comes to the 1017 label since the very beginning. The only artist that he's had that's had any real marketable success, he's had several artists that have had success, but they crashed and burned up under his guidance and up under his tutelage. I know several artists who have complained about his lack of participation and his lack of kind of like helping to groom and guide them. And I don't think that he's really interested in helping to groom and guide anybody, because you can look at what has happened under him. Every artist under him.
My thing is, if Gucci not trying to do that, why isn't any music being produced by Gucci Mane? You know what I'm saying? Do he feel like he's straight? You know what I'm saying? He not interested in rapping no more? When last time we heard a Gucci Mane song?
Has either went to prison or died. That's it. That's what you get. So is he hands-on like Yo Gotti? Probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
Is he hands-on and guide them? And I don't think that he's really interested in helping to groom and guide anybody, because you can look at what has happened under him. Every artist under him has either went to prison or died. That's it. That's what you get. So is he hands-on like Yo Gotti? Probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
Is he hands-on like even a Rick Ross? Probably not. Is he hands-on like even even a Cash Money type situation? Probably not. I don't think he give a fuck about that shit. I think he sees it as a money grab and as a money play. I think that he uses signing artists as like a power play or as a status symbol versus him actually trying to cultivate and grow talent. Because most of the talent that he signed, most of them, they were already kind of like on fire when he signed them. Which is that's what's going on in the world of music anyway. They ain't cultivating nobody. They waiting them motherfuckers to catch fire, and they signing them, and they maybe put a little push behind them, maybe do a song with them. But that's just it. Every artist I've seen signed to Gucci Mane, they've all left with major complaints about his lack of involvement with them in terms of helping to groom them and push them to the next level. He's certainly not grooming them. He's certainly not pulling them to the side and teaching them nothing. He's signing motherfuckers and just letting them go.
So so let's fast forward this a bit. So the word on the street is, and you broke the news. Our shout out to our podcast that we have on the channel. You broke the news of the ambush.
Yeah.
Right?
No, let me tell you something, right?
Yeah.
You know who broke that news?
Who?
It wasn't City Nash. It wasn't nobody on that side of the equation. Right? CEO Munchie B found out.
CEO Munchie, yeah.
Munchie B called me and say, dog, there's some shit on the floor. The Gucci got his ass beat, got lumped up, and got stripped of his shit because when he met with Pooh Shiesty was dead set on getting out 1017 no matter what. And Pooh Shiesty told him, you ain't leaving this until you do something and give me some freedom. And it wasn't even about necessarily relieving him or releasing him from the thing, but you got to give me my own imprint and give me control of my masters and give me control of my own situation, because I don't like how you play my man Big Scar. So Munchie, CEO King Munchie told me, he called me that, but he said we can't talk about it. So when City Nash reported on it and when it hit the airwaves, I knew about it 2 days. 2-3 days. I called you told you about it.
Yep.
Right? So all you got to do is look at when a City Nash or some other person who considers themselves a leader on the YouTube streets, we can prove it. All you gotta do is look at when they broke it, and it's trackable by looking at their YouTube and their Instagram pages, right? And you look at what I sent you, I sent it to you the day it happened. And that's because Munchie got a motherfucker down there working in the studio where the shit happened at. So he called me. But the thing is, we were gun shy about reporting on it, and we called you and we asked you your advice about if we report on it, because we didn't give a fuck about Gucci Mane being exposed and getting his ass tapped. We were concerned about Pooh Shiesty being on federal paper.
Okay, I got a question for Dawgface. Dawgface, if you see this, if you ever do see this, probably not though, but do you think CEO Munchie B told City Nash, and that's how City Nash put it out there? But besides all that though, man, what my guy Dawgface saying though, man, he basically saying that, hey, Pooh Shiesty felt some type of way about how Gucci Mane was treating his cousin, which is Big Scar. You know what I'm saying? I think Big Scar passed away. Not for sure, don't quote me, y'all. If I'm wrong, shoot, my fault. But, however, Pooh Shiesty got up on Gucci Mane, you know, down there in Texas. It was like, hey, bro, I need this, I need that, I want my money. You know what I'm saying? That all because of how you did my cousin situation. But the question is, how did it get out? Dawgface said CEO Munchie was the first person, you know what I'm saying, to let him know. But Dawgface say he didn't hear about it till 2 or 3 days later on the internet. So the CEO Munchie tell Seti Nash about it, and Seti Nash blurted it out. That gotta be what it is. But like I say though, man, Dawgface knew it already, man. But we gonna get on up out of here though, man. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about Gucci Mane getting down. I know it's old. Getting ran down on by Pooh Shiesty, bro. And do y'all really believe that it happened? Cause it actually been swept up under the rug. We just gonna try to bring it back to light so we can really see what's going on with it, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I don't know, man. Make sure y'all hit that hype button to get this video out there too, though, bro, so we can get back in the algorithm. Let's see what's really going on with Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty, because we haven't heard nothing yet, to be real with you. Haven't heard nothing. So I'm gonna get on up out of here, though. Make sure y'all hit that hype button, get your boy into the algorithm, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. I don't know, just keeping it real. We're going to call a ball, a strike, a strike. The Metaverse Umpire, BT Scoop, I'm out.
Me, recording every update. We drop gems back to back like broadcasts on the front page. No cap allowed, only real ones allowed in the session. We fact check rumors, turn lies into lessons. Independent press, ain't no label that a nigga reppin'. Every episode hit like a streetwise confession. From live streams to articles, the work don't stop. We break stories before anchors, even read from the top. Headphones on tight, every beat getting chopped. It's that Broadway tone, it's the truth when I talk.